Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Day 2 is done. Done, dusted. We're going to get into it. Of course, we're going to round up the day's play. And on top of that, I'm going to preview tomorrow's matches as well. I'm also going to do my player of the day or star of the day, player who basically stood out, I think, and deserves a massive mention. I'll have a quick analysis of some of the matches. But look, there were some big upsets today, no doubt. We'll go into that. And on top of that, some GOATs in action, of course. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go to the men's first. Taylor Fritz got it done against Musetti in straight sets, as did Kubler against Dan Evans. Oh, I'll touch upon that in a second. Before we do, though, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new as well. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a rating or review if you're a podcast listener or watcher. Taylor Fritz beating Musetti is not a big surprise. I back that. Musetti on grass, look, he's not really going to like the surface, given the one-hander, given that he likes playing on clay. It's a slower surface. The ball bounces a lot higher on the clay. Of course, it skids through on the grass quicker. It'll rush his one-hander. Not really the surface for him. Taylor Fritz, though, has had good results on the grass even. So we'll see. We'll see. On top of that, Dan Evans, though, losing to Kubler. That's a real disappointment, as I think it's the most amount of Brits that have made the second round from the men's side and women's side combined. You would have expected Dan Evans to be one of them. He's lost to an unseeded player and lost pretty comprehensively as well. He'll be very disappointed, really disappointed. And I would imagine that his seeding and his ranking is going to take a big drop after that. Yeah. Not great from a British perspective, but it is what it is. Novak won against Bagnis in 4 sets, and RBA dealing out a breadstick and a bagel to Balazs. Great straight set win for him. He loves the grass, doesn't he? Galán beating Koepfer in straight sets. I actually had Koepfer winning. That's a good win for the Colombian. Tsitsipas beating Richard in 4 sets. Lost that third set 7-5. Not 100% sold on him on the grass yet, but look, he's been working hard. Let's see how he gets on. Liam Brody beat Klein in 5 sets. Very hard-fought win for the Brit. And Shapovalov, I said, look, he's in terrible form. He really is. He can lose to anyone right now. And he broke that losing streak of 6 consecutive losses. He managed to beat Ridderneck in 5 sets. First set, 6-1, a breadstick. Amazing. Next 2 sets, though, Ridderneck took them in tiebreakers. He was 2 sets to 1 up. Shapovalov would have been ripping his hair out, but then won the 4th 6-4 and then a breadstick to boot in the 5th. What I was about to say, watch out for him, but watch out for how he gets on, because he will be very happy to get the win, and that will definitely improve his confidence. Don't really think he's going to be making the second week, personally. Nakashima beat Kun in 4 sets. Good win for him. And Schwartzman beat Kozlov in straight sets as well. Good win for the Argentine and 12th seed. Alistair Gray from the UK. British player beating Seng in straight sets. Great win for him. And Rusevori beating Nishioka in 4. Van der Zandschulp beat Feliciano Lopez even in straight sets. Look, I mean, if it was Feliciano Lopez of old, it might have been a different story, but Van der Zandschulp just too fresh, too young. And Maxime Cressy with... Look, I said this would be the match to watch out for. Maxime Cressy versus Felix Auger-Aliassime, or FAA, as I like to call him. I have to say that personally, look, this is a very, very interesting result. Maxime Cressy is upset FAA. Is it an upset? Yeah, of course, because he's the 6th seed. He would have been the top 8, I guess, favourites to win Wimbledon. The Canadian has been looking pretty good. I mean, ran Rafa really close to Roland Garros in 5 sets. Potentially could have won it. Grass is arguably his favourite surface. He did say that before the tournament. He said it in the past. Had a good result last year, making the quarterfinals, losing to the finalists of Berrettini. To lose the way he did, especially given that the last 2 sets were tiebreakers and he lost them, will be gutting. I mean, look at that. He lost 6-7 6-4, 7-6, 7-6. That means potentially, I didn't watch the match, potentially he would have only been broken once in over 4 sets and he lost. Maxime Cressy is a nightmare for anyone at the moment just because the serve volley is going to be so frustrating. So frustrating, I have to say. And Felix wasn't able to break him down. It's a great win for the American. He carries on his fantastic form on the grass. For Felix, look, he's going to have to work on his game and learn how to play against different styles because Maxime Cressy is definitely an outlier in terms of his serve volley game. There's not many around anymore that charge the net like he does. But Felix should be winning it. He should be. Banana skin, and he slipped massively on it. He's gone, and seeds are falling left, right, and center. Of course, Berrettini and Cilic not even playing because they've tested positive. Massive shame that Dimitrov had to pull out today as well because of injury halfway through his match. I mean, the draw is opening up big time. Thompson beat Carabas Baena in straights. Nadal beat Cerundolo. I watched that, didn't do the commentary for it, but I did watch it, did a post-match review. Go and check it out on the channel if you're interested. It looked okay. Didn't look incredible. Obviously, I ended up losing a set, the third set, 6-3, so I had to win 6-4, 6-3, 3-6, 6-4. But overall, not a bad performance. Look, like Djokovic, neither player looked particularly good in the first round, but that's what these guys do. They build up until the second week. Then we start seeing their top level. Now, that's what these guys, and when I say these guys, Nadal and Djokovic are looking to do because they want to make the final. They want to win the tournament. They're not looking to just, I'm happy to get to the second week. No, they're looking to take the title. So that means peaking at the right time. So look, let's keep an eye on it. Sonego beating Kudler in 5 sets. Great win for him. Draper beat Burge in straight sets. The Brit has got a big serve, big forehand. He's a lefty. He's got a lot going for him. Let's see how far he can go. I'd imagine he'll be looking to at least get through the first week. That's what his goal will be, but we'll see how far he can go. Krajinovic carried on his good form, beating Lehecka in 5 sets, the Queen's finalist. Very tough match, but came through in the end. And Holger Rune upset by Marcus Giron. Good win for the American, the young Danish player crashing out. Look, I mean, a lot of these players don't have particularly good experience on the grass, and maybe that's telling. McDonald beating Borges in straight sets and Sock beating Zapata Morales in straights. Called it. Gaston beating Popperin in 5. Didn't call that. Popperin actually bageling Gaston in the third set and somehow Gaston winning. Very good win for the French player in the end. Garin beating Eimer. Wow, didn't see that coming. The Chilean and clay court specialist beating Eimer, who I would have thought would be better on the grass. Bonzi beating Zalara in straight sets, good win for him. And Barankes beating Sam Querrey, who a lot of people thought would be a danger man for Rafael Nadal as the tournament wears on. Dumped out. Didn't really think he would be a danger, honestly, and I'm not surprised he's lost. Just, again, he's nowhere near the Sam Querrey we're thinking of from a few years back. Brooksby beat Kukushkin in straight sets, and Demoneur beat Delian in straights as well. Good win for the Aussie. Molcan beating Martinez in 4, and Kyrgios, life and death with Paul Jubb, the 22-year-old from the UK, I have to say, played some really impressive tennis, but Kyrgios will be disappointed. The first set, a bit of a throwaway, losing at 6-3, but then won 6-1, 7-5 in the second and third sets. Went to a tiebreak in the fourth, and his tiebreak record is horrendous. It really is. Lost a tiebreaker, got taken to a fifth. He was a breakup. He was 5-2 up. He conceded 3 games in a row, and then had to break Paul Jubb at 6-5 and still on serve. Just managed to get it done, break and win the match. But I have to say, Kyrgios, that'll take a bit out of him. He has now a pretty favourable draw. I think it's only Tsitsipas really to face, who's a massive threat. And if he gets through him, he should be looking to make the semis. How much does he have in the tank, though? He's been playing a lot of matches, a lot of best of 3 recently. You would think that that's helped his match fitness. But the biggest thing will be tactically, how does he play? And mentally, is he able to stay dialed in? We'll see. Gasquet beat Souza in 5 sets. Grenier beat Husler in 5 as well. Johnson got a walkover because Dimitrov, as I said, felt awkwardly after serving, so he unfortunately can't carry on. That's a massive shame. Peniston beat Laxton in straights, and Baez beat Daniel in straights as well. Goffin beat Albot in straight sets as well. Good win for him. On the women's side, we had Pliskova, Martin Chova. We're not going to talk about suspended matches. We're going to talk about the rest. So, Martic beat Rogers in straights. Upset for me. Bolter beating Borel in straights. Good win for her. Kuchova beat Pagossi in straights. A Bagel as well. Great win. And Qinwen Zheng winning a very tight affair against Sloane Stephens. I said it would be close, and it was. 7-6, 7-5. But it went the way that I thought it wouldn't. Qinwen Zheng, she's dangerous. She's a young Chinese talent. Let's see how far she can go. Schmidlova beating Peterson in 3 sets. And then Serena Williams losing to Tan. That was a massive upset. Tan took the first set 7-5, and you think, okay, that can happen. Serena won the second set 6-1 comfortably. Third set, she was serving for the match. Serving for the match she was at 5-4. She didn't manage to do it. Gets broken back. Gets taken to a tiebreaker. She was 4-love up in the tiebreaker. Lost it 10-7. Andreescu beat Bektas in straight sets, and Rybakina beat Van der Wey in straights as well. Freck beat Georgie in straights. That's a little bit of an upset, of course, because Georgie is the 21st seed. But Freck has been in good grass court form, so not a massive upset in terms of form-wise. Then, if we're looking at the rest, Cerebus Tormo versus McHale. Good win for Cerebus Tormo. Look, I mean, we'll see how far she can go, but a breadstick as well. I'm interested to see what she can do. She was projected to face Serena, so that will help her cause. The fact that she's been defeated in the first round. Disappointing, of course. We want to see Serena go far. Well, I do personally, but it is what it is. She hasn't played much tennis, so it's not a huge surprise. Halep beat Makova in straights, and Kvitova beat Paulini in 3 sets. Very good win for her. Let's see how far she can go. I've got a feeling she's going to go pretty deep. Barrow beat Paquet in straights, and Bogdan did the same against Yastremska. Flipkins beat Fordes in straights, and Anisimova beat Wan in straight sets as well. Padosa beat Chirico 2-1, and Swiatek beat Fett 6-love, 6-3. I have to say, Yana Fett is a very, very decent player, and she had a lot of chances in that. I did a commentary for that, so thank you very much to everyone who did tune in for that live watch along. And Swiatek wasn't the player that we've seen in the last few months. She was definitely a level below or 2, and if it wasn't for Fett really kind of throwing away a 3-1 lead in that second set, we could have been seeing some potential trouble for Swiatek, maybe even a third set. But in the end, got it done. And you can just see there's a big gap in terms of quality level and I guess composure at times. Tomjanovic upsetting the odds for me and beating Teichmann in straight sets. Good win for her. And Coco Gauff coming from a set down to beat Roos in 3. Davis beating Brengel in straights, and Kerkov beating Kartal in 3. Good win. Krejcikova beating Zaneska in straight sets as well. Zhang beating Doi in straights. A bagel as well in there. Wickmeyer beating Zhu in straight sets, and Ostapenko beating Dodin as well, 6-4 and 6-4. Golubic beating Petkovic 4-3, and Liu beating Perezas Diaz 5-3. Tomova beating Gavrilova in 3 sets. Ooh, didn't think that would happen, but good win. And Bazarenscu beating Shunk in straights. Cornet beating Potentseva in straight sets as well. And Sakkari beating Hives 1-4. Kostyuk beating Swan. Very good win for Kostyuk in the end, winning in 3 sets. Harrison beating Roos in straights. Of course, Heather Watson completed her match today, winning in I think it was 3 sets. Let me just have a quick look on here. Yeah, 6-7, 7-5, 6-2. So good win for her in the end. We'll see how she gets on. And Bencic losing. That's a big upset. Losing 6-4, 5-7, 6-2. That'll be disappointing for her. Let's look at tomorrow's matches quickly then. I'll give you my predictions as we're going on a bit longer than anticipated. Kecmanovic and Tabio. And actually, before we do, player of the day has to be Maxime Cressy for me, because it could be Tan for beating Serena, but Maxime Cressy To beat Felix is a massive, massive win. So Maxim Cressy is my player of the day. Kecmanovic to beat Tabilo, Pennison to beat Johnson, TFO to beat Martera, or Ruud Humbert. Wow. Humbert, Ruud to beat Humbert. Be close though. Goffin to beat Baez, Otter to beat Harrison, Bublik to beat Lajovic. Oh, Dalic Fokina to beat Vesely, Tommy Paul to beat Manarino, Djokovic to beat Kokkinakis, Basilishvili to beat Halep, Sinner to beat Eimer, Nori to beat Manar, Alcaraz to beat Greix. Well, that's a tough match for Alcaraz, by the way. And Murray to beat Isner. Apelka to beat Van Ritterven, do we think? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Murray Isner is my pick of the matches for tomorrow on the men's side. Or Djokovic Kokkinakis could be, but I've just got a feeling Djokovic is going to be too strong. Right, on the women's side, Karolina to beat Serenko, Kostyuk to beat Zhang, Pagula to beat Vekic, Dart to beat Masarova, Kontaveit to beat Naimir, Kirsty to beat Maria, Lee to beat Buzkova, Ostapenko to beat Wigmeyer, Kerber to beat Lynette, Cotrietto to beat Begu, Chwelinska to beat Risk, Pari to beat Hontama, Raducanu to beat Garcia, Mertens to beat Udvardy, Huvan to beat Gauff, Jabeur to beat Kawa, Sakkari to beat Tomova, and Watson to beat Wang. Watson to beat Wang? Yeah, go on. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Make sure you leave a rating and review. Thank you very much. See you guys later. Stay safe and well.